welcome to Dalmeny inside the Dalmeny Arena for another week of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. It's Matt Morrison, happy to have you along as we get set for game 1 of 4 on the day, and it's a battle of the 1 versus 4 in the standings. The Snowbirds are in first place. They're looking to remain undefeated, and they're going up against the Ravens. The Snowbirds will be in the blue and gray uniforms, the Ravens in the red and white. As today's starting goalie's in net for the Snowbirds, it's going to be Craig Cunningham. He's been pretty good for the Snowbirds all throughout the tournament. And John Rose, who was actually recently acquired by the Ravens from the Snowbirds, will make his Ravens debut against his former team as referee Aaron Wright is getting set to drop the ball, and we're underway as the Snowbirds will control it off the opening faceoff. As there's a quick turnover, and now here come the Ravens the other way. That's Austin Tuchak that will go and get the ball. Centering pass goes back to the point. There's a shot by Pasternak. A good pad stop made there by Cunningham as the Ravens look to put on some early pressure. Michael Anderson now back with it in his own zone for the Ravens. Just hammers that one around. Pasternak now up the wall. Back for Anderson. That ball hops over his stick. He's being watched by D'Entremont, and they'll move it up, and here come the Ravens the other way. There's a shot. Good stop by Cunningham. The ball is loose. It's still loose. It's under the pad of Greg Cunningham, and the officials will finally blow it down, but some good early pressure here from the Ravens as they look to establish a little bit of a forecheck and get some shots early on Snowbirds goalie Greg Cunningham. So both teams will make some early changes. The face-off to the right of Cunningham, deep in the Snowbirds zone, as the Ravens are moving left to right on your broadcast. The Snowbirds moving right to left. Joey Velasquez tries to go off the wall, and he'll send it back down to Justin Keller. As now here comes the Snowbirds with it the other way. That one just gets dumped in by Colton Adair, and John Rose will just find that one and hang on. So now the face-off will be to the left of newly acquired John Rose. Of course, him and James McDonough went to the Ravens, along with a 2022 third-round draft selection in exchange for defenseman Jarrett Penner. So the Snowbirds beef up their defensive unit with the acquisition of Penner. That happened at the Premier League trade deadline. That was a little earlier this week. As Ruben Beattie moves it up now for Joey Velasquez. Looks up for Brian Dick. Dick back off the wall for Velasquez. Velasquez now down low for Dick. A centering pass for Beattie. Tries to get that one back to the point and can't. Now here come the Snowbirds the other way. They have numbers, and that's going to be offside. So they'll have to touch up. Ruben Beattie now with it in his own zone. He'll just go D to Keller. Justin Keller now. Nice centering pass. As here's a chance for Monahan with a shot. Good stop by Cunningham. Swats that one away with a stick. As now Velasquez tries to make a play on the ball and can't. And now Brock Harrison with it the other way, being watched closely by Evan Pasternak. Still has the ball with it. Harrison tries to make a move to the net and can't. Him and Pasternak are still battling. Good battle down low there. Kagan Jackstite now tries to get that one to the point and can't, as now here come the Ravens the other way. Tuchak is working one-on-one with his man, but he gets the ball swatted away. That's now Colton Adair with a shot. Good stop by Rose. Rebound, I believe that was Derek Luxhine. Couldn't get his stick on it, and the Ravens are going to come away with the ball the other way now. Skylar Knapp will just gain the line. Now he'll send it down low. Cunningham out of his net to throw that one around the boards. That one gets sent up for big Mike Gammon from Prince Albert. He'll just play it behind him for Potterdesky. Tries the return feed to Gammon. Couldn't get there. As the Ravens have the ball in the neutral zone. Lead feed for Skylar Knapp. Knapp tries a centering pass, and that one just missed Tuchak. I believe Potterdesky made a play on the ball. And he'll have his teammates get set up as he just throws it around the boards. Long lead feed up for Derek Luxhine. Luxhine now with it. Gets tripped up by Michael Anderson. And the game's first power play is going to go to the Snowbirds. So they have an opportunity here to take the 1-0 lead. So a tripping call against Anderson, as it looked like Lux Hine might have stepped on his stick, but either way, that is a trip. And the face-off will be in the Snowbirds' end. D'Entremont out to take the face-off for the Snowbirds. They'll win it back. Matt Landers now. He'll go D-to-D to Antoine Nadeways for Justin D'Entremont. D'Entremont down low. Harrison, a centering pass. Ball's loose as the Snowbirds had a good early chance, and the ball just hopped over the stick of Kagan Jackstite. Riley Struthers will get that ball out, and Nadeways will have to go back for it. Nadeways now over the center line. Tries to dangle through, gains the line, and just sends it back for Matt Landers. Landers down low for D'Entremont, centering pass for Harrison, who is streaking, and ball's loose, they score! I think Brock Harrison had the tip in on the rebound, and either way, it's a 1-0 Snowbirds lead, as we'll have to see who they give the ball to, but it was a centering pass from Justin D'Entremont to Harrison. Good original stop from John Rose. And then the Snowbirds were there to clean up the rebound, and it's a 1-0 lead. So the Snowbirds, of course, looking to remain undefeated on the season. Get off to a good start with 16:23 to go in the opening half. As they'll get all set up here. Face off at center ice. And the Snowbirds will control it, but the Ravens quickly get it back. Joey Velasquez for Riley Struthers. Backhands that ball in. Cunningham will throw that one around the boards. Back for Justin Keller. Spins away from his man. Keller now with a sharp angle shot. Ball's loose. I don't know if Cunningham knew where that was. That's Struthers now. Tries to find it on the other side of the net and can't. Joey Velasquez is with it now. Velasquez gets tied up by his man. That was Matt Landers that pinned him behind the boards. Back for Keller. Keller fakes the shot. Colton Adair was able to make a play on the ball, but Keller still with it. Backhands it down low at the half wall for Joey Velasquez. Velasquez being tied up by Matt Landers, and Landers is going to come away with the ball deep in his own zone. Tries to backhand that one up. Gets it up to Gammon, who will play it off the boards, and then Ruben Beatty touched it with a high stick. So we'll have another draw, and that one will come in the neutral zone with 15:31 to go in the opening half. Of course, this is the final week of the regular season for the inaugural season for the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. Championship weekend will be in mid-September as the Snowbirds look to solidify their place atop of the standings. Face-off won by the Snowbirds. They'll just try to move it up. Corey Steffiak now tries to make a play on the ball, but that one was a little too hot for him to handle. He gets tied up by a member of the Ravens defensive units. I believe that was Michael Anderson. There's a quick shot stopped by John Rose. And Pasternak just plays that one up. And here come the Ravens the other way. It's Austin Tuchak now. Tuchak across for Skylar Knapp. Tries to make a play on it, but that one went off of a Snowbirds defender's leg. Now Pasternak, he'll go D-to-D, back for Anderson. Michael Anderson now up for Skylar Knapp, and that one just missed him. It's now Poderdesky back to retrieve that one for the Snowbirds. Throws it up the wall for Kagan Jackstite. Knapp was able to come away with the ball for the Ravens. For Pasternak. Pasternak tries to send it down low. That one was too far for his man. It's now the Ravens are looking to establish a forecheck. Ball's loose in front. They score! Big Evan Pasternak gets one back for the Ravens. And it's tied up 1-1 with 14:30 to go in the opening half. So good job by the Ravens on a good forecheck. And Evan Pasternak was sitting alone at the far post and was able to slide it past Greg Cunningham. And it's a 1-1 game. So that's a big goal for the Ravens, because they're wanting to make sure that they stay in this game. And they're doing just that. So face off at center ice. Tie up for it, but ultimately the Snowbirds come away with it. Landers in his own end. Matt Landers centering pass for Colton Adair, who just scores! Colton Adair! And just like that, the Snowbirds get one back. And it's a 2-1 Snowbirds lead. So Adair was just trying to throw that one on net. Might have taken a funny hop. And it finds its way past John Rose for a 2-1 Snowbirds lead. Now Landers will move it up. Ruben Beatty now being watched closely in his own end. Gets it up for Velasquez, who will play it up for Marcus Funk with a shot. Good blocker stop made there by Cunningham. Landers in his own end will move it up. Justin Keller is able to keep the ball in. It's now D'Entremont. Long feed. That one got intercepted. Good job by Brian Dick, who moves it up for Velasquez with a shot. And that one goes wide. Marcus Funk with it now. Down low for Velasquez. Velasquez behind the net. He gets rubbed out by Landers. And now Marcus Funk will go and get the ball in his own end. Funk turns and fires. Ball's loose, and Cunningham will sprawl out, and he's able to get his body on the ball for a whistle. 13:30 to go in the opening half. Face-off will be to the right of Greg Cunningham in the Snowbirds' end. So both teams will make changes in the third weekend of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League, which is all brought to you by MR Promo, specializing in custom apparel and corporate promotional products. Our business is promoting yours. Face-off controlled by the Snowbirds in their own zone, and they're going to break out right away. That's Derek Luxhine with it. Luxhine throws it in. He'll go right after and get it. Mike Gammon now at the side of the net tries to stuff it in, and it was sitting right at the goal line, and Rose was able to get his pad on it. So that one stays out. So face off in the Ravens' end. Brock Harrison out to take the draw for the Snowbirds. As Michael Anderson tries to play that one up for Austin Tuchak, who will chase after it. Poderdesky is able to steal the ball away from him. Tries to move it up to a man, but can't. It's now Brock Harrison. Looked like he had a chance, but it got swatted away. Good defensive play from Michael Anderson. It's now Williams will move it up for Brock Harrison. Brock Harrison now tries to make a move around a couple of men, still with the ball as he makes a nice play towards the net, but Rose is able to hang on for another whistle. So a 2-1 Snowbirds lead with 12:44 to go in the opening half, and so it looks like the Snowbirds have a little bit of the momentum here as they look to establish a forward check, as it looks like we'll have the referee timeout. So each team gets one timeout per half, and then there's also a referee mandated timeout. So that'll be taking place right now. So an opportunity for a team to have really two timeouts. You can look at it that way. Of course, you get your team orchestrated timeout, and then you also have the referee timeout. So the Ravens will elect to go over their play deep in their own zone, as that's where the face-off will be. The Snowbirds will make their move to the bench and figure out what to do. Another great day of ball hockey in the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League out here in Dalmany. Final weekend of the regular season as the Snowbirds will make their way back to the face-off dot. Face-off controlled by the Snowbirds in the offensive zone. Adair is with it now. Colton Adair goes back to the point for Brett Weems. Now Adair still with the ball. Now Skylar Knapp will move it up as the Ravens try to come out the other way, and here comes Austin Tuchak. Tuchak with a shot, fired it wide. Corey Steffiak is with it now. For Matt Landers, return feed for Steffiak. Steffiak being watched closely there by Pasternak, the Ravens goal scorer. As now Michael Anderson throws that one around the boards. Tuchak tries to move it up. And now Skylar Knapp comes away with it for the Ravens. Knapp just over the blue line, gains the line, tries a centering feed, but that one got broken up by Brent Weems, and he'll move it up for Steffiak. Steffiak tries to poke it through Pasternak and can't, and the Ravens are going to be able to keep the ball in the offensive zone. Pass for Pasternak just missed him. As Anderson is back for it in his own zone as the Snowbirds go off on a change. Riley Struthers for the Ravens tries to move it up for Tuchak. Can't. Now here comes Kagan Jackstite with it for D'Entremont. D'Entremont for Nataways down low. Nataways couldn't fire on that one, but he's able to get the ball back for D'Entremont with a shot. Fired it wide. Riley Struthers with it for the Ravens, being watched closely there by Nataways as they just try to move the ball up. Nataways comes away with it down low for D'Entremont. D'Entremont behind the net, looking for an outlet, being watched by a few Ravens players. Centering pass, that one misses everybody with the exception of Skylar Knapp. Knapp now will move it through, and Marcus Funk will get after it. Marcus Funk with a shot, that one goes wide. Struthers able to catch up with it on the other end. Riley Struthers now, a centering pass, there's a shot by Keller, and that one didn't miss by much. Velasquez with a shot, and that one got stopped by the pad of Cunningham. Nataways now with it. Antoine Nataways will give chase. Ball's too far for him to handle, so Ruben Beatty will play. D'Entremont able to intercept that pass. Brock Harrison. Harrison makes a move towards the net. And he still has it behind the net. Centering pass, they score. Good job there by Brock Harrison behind the net, and he finds Justin D'Entremont alone in front, and he fires it home. And it's a 3-1 Snowbirds lead with 10:23 to go in the opening half. So the Snowbirds got on the board first. The Ravens tied it up. The Snowbirds have since scored 2 unanswered, and it makes it a 3-1 lead as D'Entremont was left all alone in front. Good no-look behind the back pass from Brock Harrison. Ravens will control the ball off the opening face-off. It's now Ruben Beatty with it. That long pass got knocked down by Harrison. Harrison centering pass for Derek Luxheim. That one just missed him. Justin Keller backhands that one up the wall for Marcus Funk. He had trouble controlling the ball, and then Weems will hammer that one in. Beatty with it for the Ravens. Ruben Beatty will just go up the wall for Struthers. One-touch pass. Missed everybody, so Marcus Funk will go in and get it. He got cut off by Weems. Throws it back behind his own net. Matt Landers now tries a centering pass. That one got intercepted. Good anticipation from Velasquez for Struthers with a shot. Looked like that one went off the stick of Matt Landers and wide. Landers now will come away with the ball on the other side of the net. As here comes Landers, just gets over the red line and sends it in. John Rose, newly acquired, making his Ravens debut, is out, and he'll leave it behind the net. As Keller tries to move it up for Velasquez. Centering pass for Monahan. Monahan now with it for Austin Tuchak. Had trouble controlling that pass. Tuchak tries to make a move around his man and can't. As now the Ravens are trying to establish something. There's a shot and a good stop made there by Cunningham. Good job by Craig Cunningham to get across the crease. Matt Landers up for Steffiak. Tries to get that one past Beatty but can't. Good job by Ruben Beatty to keep the ball in momentarily. And now Steffiak makes a move around Skylar Knapp, and offside is the call, as they're going to say Colton Adair got in a little too quickly. And that's the reason for the offside. So 8:31 to go. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone right by the Snowbirds bench. As Poderdesky will hammer that ball in. Rose is out to play it, and he'll leave it for Evan Pasternak. Of course, Evan and his brother James, both members of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. We'll see James a little bit later, as he's a defenseman on the Bucks. That's Pasternak with it. Up for Skylar Knapp. Knapp with a burst of speed over the line. Couldn't move that one forward. So now here come the Snowbirds the other way. Long lead feed for Jack Stade was too hot for him to handle. He's going to take the ball right off the stick of Pasternak as he tries to make a move towards the net. Good defensive play there from Michael Anderson, who was right in his hip pocket. Monahan now a centering pass for Austin Tuchak. In all alone, Tuchak, nice move, scores! Austin Tuchak, forehand, backhand. Pulls the Ravens to within one, and it's now a 3-2 Ravens deficit with 7:35 to go in the opening half. So a great pass from Monahan. Gets it up to Tuchak, who got in behind the Snowbirds defenseman. And puts it home. So that's a big goal for the Ravens as they cut this deficit, like I said, back to one. And it's now a 3-2 deficit. Snowbirds will control the ball off the face-off. Nataways now. A centering pass for D'Entremont. Shot right on. Good stop by Justin Rose. Nataways will go and get that ball. Gets the return feed from D'Entremont. Side of the net. Nataways looking for somewhere to go. Still with it behind the net. As the Ravens will collapse down on him. Nataways tries a centering pass. Looking for D'Entremont, but Ruben Beattie was right there. Marcus Funk tries to go off the boards, and Bretton Weens is going to play that with a hand pass. So we'll have a face-off in a neutral zone. Face-off right by the Snowbirds bench. Snowbirds looking to remain undefeated in the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League, which is all brought to you by Napper, the #1 name in top-of-the-line ball hockey equipment. Of course, all the players' gloves are by Napper. Some other players using some other Napper-issued equipment as well. Justin D'Entremont with the ball now. Lost the handle to Brian Dick. Brock Harrison, though, will pick up the ball. Return feed for D'Entremont, streaking in. Justin D'Entremont on his way to the goal. And a good stop made there by John Rose. And we'll have a face-off in the Ravens' end. So John Rose keeping this a one-goal game. And we're going to have a timeout, it looks like. Two officials are talking about something anyways. I saw the one official, that's Aaron Wright, make the timeout signal. So they'll get that sorted out. .6:36 to go. First of 4 games today in the final weekend of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. Face off to the left of Rose. There's a shot right on, right off the face off from D'Entremont. Good pad stop there from John Rose. D'Entremont being watched closely by Velasquez. Harrison back for D'Entremont. Backhand right on. Missed the net. Nataways ties up Ruben Beattie behind the net. Beattie just gets it up for Justin Keller. And Brent Weens will keep the ball in for the Snowbirds. For Harrison, who walks out. Harrison tried to get it to D'Entremont for the sharp angle shot. Good job by Justin Keller to break that one up. Keller will throw it around the boards for Brian Dick. Cross-ice pass for Velasquez, who just goes off the wall for Marcus Funk. Here comes Marcus Funk with a chance, a shot. And it looked like he fired it just wide. Good job by Greg Cunningham to come out and challenge him. Brian Dick will try to turn and fire. But that one got intercepted from D'Entremont. And then Pasternak is able to intercept that pass and just gets over the red line and hammers it in. Austin Tuchak has one of the 2 goals tonight for the Ravens. Centering pass for Skylar Knapp, too hot for him to handle. As Brent Weens in his own zone, being watched by both Knapp and Tuchuk, just sends it into the corner for Matt Landers. Landers up the wall near the benches for Brock Harrison with a burst of speed as he moves past Anderson. Brock Harrison with a shot, put it off the bar. That's now Skylar Knapp comes away with it the other way. Knapp will just gain the line for Monahan. Monahan now for Tuchuk, across for Knapp, and that one just missed him. Like Skylar Knapp would have had an opportunity at an open net. Could they have connected? Michael Anderson working on Derek Lux-Hine as the Ravens try to keep the ball in, as they try to get some pressure in the final 5 minutes. As now they're going to have an opportunity on the power play, as Justin Potardeschi is going to go off for a trip, and it's going to be the Ravens' first power play of the night. So Potardeschi and Tuchuk were in a battle, and the Ravens have a chance to tie this one up, as Potardeschi will go and sit for 2 or less. So the face-off will be to the left of Greg Cunningham. Velasquez, Keller, Pasternak, Tuchuk, Monahan, all out for the Ravens on the power play. Pasternak couldn't control that one. As now Colton Adair looked like he was going to go for it, but he'll slow up instead. Adair with a shot and a good glove stop by John Rose, and he wants to play that one and gives it to Pasternak. Cross for Keller. Justin Keller now sends it in, and he'll go chase after it. Brock Harrison is back to cut that one off behind the net. And Harrison will move it up for Corey Steffiak. Steffiak will send that one in deep. And John Rose will come out, and Pasternak will come down as the Ravens are going to try to set something up on the power play. Pasternak over the red line. They'll just gain the line. It's now Justin Keller with it. Down low for Velasquez at the half wall. Velasquez looking for somewhere to go. As he is against the boards, sends it down. As Tuchuk will receive the pass, a centering pass. Good setup there from the Ravens, as they're content with waiting for the right opportunity. Nice and patient on this power play. Tuchuk sends that one behind the net. Back for Justin Keller now for Velasquez. Velasquez with a shot. Good stop by Cunningham. Tuchuk tries to get that one to the point. He's being watched closely by Steffiak. Tries to keep that one in. And now Monahan with it. Centering pass for Keller. Keller back for Pasternak, who's going to quarterback this power play with a shot. I believe Colton Adair got a stick on that one. And that one gets sent down, and the Snowbirds and Ravens are both going to make changes. Under 3 to go in the opening half. Less than 10 seconds to go in the penalty to Potardeschi. So, looks like the Ravens will be 0 for 1 on the power play. Had a couple of opportunities, but they're all for naught. Potardeschi back out on the floor. As Landers is with it behind the net. He'll just push that ball up to himself near the far boards, and he'll try to send that one up high for D'Entremont. Here comes D'Entremont, tries to work on Keller, centering pass, they score! Hagen Jackstite receives the centering pass from Justin D'Entremont as he was streaking in, beats John Rose, and after a good penalty kill, the Snowbirds will get that lead back up to 2. And it's a 4-2 Snowbirds lead with 2:29 left to go in the first half. So Kegan Jackstite, nice centering feed from D'Entremont. We're able to team up to beat former teammate in John Rose. Brock Harrison is with it as the Snowbirds continue on the attack. There's a shot. Good stop by Rose. Harrison for D'Entremont. Centering pass and a one-timer from D'Entremont that got steered aside from Rose. Ruben Beatty ties up Nataways on the far boards as there's a battle for it near the benches. As now Beatty moves it up for Skylar Knapp. Skylar Knapp up through center for Marcus Funk, and they'll push that one in deep as Matt Landers is back with it. He gets tied up by Skylar Knapp as the two of them fight for a loose ball behind the net. As now Beatty with it just outside the blue line. Ruben Beattie with a shot. That one's blocked from D'Entremont in the slot. Now Nadaways moves it up for Brock Harrison, being watched closely by Anderson. Harrison now will turn and look for some teammates to get set up. As Brock Harrison is being watched closely. Centering pass for Harrison. A couple of whacks out. A good stop by Rose. And the net becomes dislodged. Good job by John Rose. A couple of point-blank stops in front to keep this a 2-goal deficit. So the face-off will be in the Ravens zone. 1:24 to go. 4-2. Snowbirds lead in the first half. Steffiak out to take the draw for the Snowbirds. Wins it back. Shot right on, right off the draw. Good pad save, but Rose a centering pass. There's a shot, and that one fired high and wide. I believe that was Adair that had that chance. And now Tuchak comes away with it the other way for the Ravens. He's got some numbers. A centering pass from Monahan. Just couldn't quite control the ball. And that one will be played up onto the roof. Right near the face-off circle in the Snowbird zone. So that's where the face-off will be. Podordeski will win that one. Tries to play that one up, but Velasquez knocked it down. That's now Adair will break out with it over the red line. Here comes Colton Adair, shaping up to be a 3-on-2, and offside is the call. Steffiak tried to keep himself offside, and then in doing so stumbled and put himself offside, so that's the reason for that whistle. So face-off in the neutral zone. 49 seconds to go in the opening half. Mike Gammon now with it. Gammon looking for somewhere to go. Tries to send it down low in front and does for Derek Luxheim, but a good stop by John Rose. Nice pass from Mike Gammon. Pasternak will throw it around the boards for Michael Anderson. Anderson tries to send that one up. That one hit Gammon. He didn't realize it. As we're into the final 20 seconds. 4-2. Snowbirds lead. Luxheim is with it now. Derek Luxheim sends that one. Tries to send that one back up the boards. That one got cut off. As now here comes Pasternak. Final 5 seconds of the opening half. He's just going to gain the line. He needs to make a decision. Across from Monahan. Monahan will run out of time. Made a nice move on Brock Harrison. I don't think he knew how much time was left. And that'll bring an end to the first half. So through the first 20 minutes, it's a 4-2 Snowbirds lead. Second half action coming up.
Now it's your turn to sit in the director's chair by taking advantage of broadcast industry training and bring your ideas to life. Or you can contribute by volunteering and help build local community programming.
Welcome back to Dalmany inside the Dalmany Arena as the second half between the Ravens and the Snowbirds is just about to get underway. A 4-2 Snowbirds lead through the first 20 minutes as the Ravens look to claw their way back in this one. Snowbirds looking to remain undefeated. This is the first of 2 games these two teams will play today as Justin D'Entremont will send that one in, being watched closely by Justin Keller for the Ravens, and Keller will throw it off the wall and tries to get it to Tuchak, and here comes Austin Tuchak. He already has one with another chance, and a good stop there by Craig Cunningham as Tuchak tries to turn around, and I don't think he got all of it that he wanted on that one. But a good stick there from Greg Cunningham as well, as he was ready for the poke check on Austin Tuchak, who's already beat him once today. So the face off to the right of Cunningham, and there's a tie-up right off the draw. As Cunningham will see that ball come towards his net, he'll just throw his glove on it, and we'll do the face-off all over again. So we'll see if the Ravens can establish a little bit of a forecheck early on in the second half. The Landers will move it up to Antoine Nadaways. Tuchak with a shot, and that one goes off the roof Looks like it went straight out. So the face-off, well, no, looks like it went off of somebody. So the face-off will come inside. So we'll do the face-off to the right of Cunningham again for the third straight time. Steffiak versus Tuchak to take the draw. One by Tuchak. There's a shot by Skylar Knapp. That one was blocked by Brent Weems and went wide. Brock Harrison is with it. He'll move it up for Steffiak. Score Steffiak now. A centering pass for Harrison. Brock Harrison now being watched closely by Michael Anderson. As now Kagan Jackstite is with it down low. Check that, that's Colton Adair. As now Tuchak with it. As he'll come up the other way. Up ahead for Justin Monahan. Monahan makes a nice move around Landers for Tuchak, who tried to make a play as he went towards the net. And he couldn't, and Cunningham will hang on. So another face-off to the right of Cunningham. We played just under a minute and a half in the second half. Matt Morrison with you. Happy to have you along once again for another week in the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. Pasternak back for Joey Velasquez. Velasquez will one-arm that one down low for Brian Dick. Back for Velasquez, who's going to walk in with a shot. Good stop there by Cunningham with the pad. Marcus Funk throws it around the net. Poderdesky is with it now. As Marcus Funk watches his man. And now Brock Harrison will retrieve that pass at his own blue line. Tries to send it up for Jackstite, but couldn't. It's now Pasternak up for Marcus Funk. That one missed him. And we'll go down for an icing call, so the face-off will come back in the Snowbird zone. Check that, the face-off will be in the Ravens zone, as per the icing call. First time we've seen a face-off in the Ravens end in this second half. I guess I'm just so used to saying the face-off's going to be in the Snowbirds' end. Colton Adair wins the face-off and made a move right to the net, but lost the ball. Now Justin Keller will move it up for Knapp. Well, he'll go cross ice, tries to hit Monahan but can't. It's now Ruben Beatty is with it the other way. Beatty will just gain the line and dishes it off to Tuchak. Tuchak now with a shot. Good stick from Matt Landers. Ball goes straight up. Ball is loose. It's still loose. Cunningham is on his back and somehow is able to find the ball and hang on. And we'll have another face-off, this time in the Snowbird zone. So good job by Greg Cunningham, who just sprawled out and covered up as much space as he could. So another face-off to the right of Cunningham. Snowbirds will be able to control that one. And that's Matt Landers now behind his net. Has to move it up for Mike Gammon, a little too hot for him to handle. And that will be an icing call, and this time on the icing call, it'll come back, and the face-off will be in the Snowbird zone. 4-2, Snowbirds lead, 17:01 left to go in the second and final half. And a shot right on off the face-off, and we'll do it all over again. Good pressure put on so far here from the Ravens in the first few minutes. They had flashes of good pressure in the first half, too, as they look to stay in this game. Mike Gammon is going to give chase for the Snowbirds. Beatty gets there first, sends it behind the net for Keller. Keller's lead feed misses everybody. And then now Matt Landers with it for the Snowbirds. Just goes off the wall for Derek Luxhine. Good hand-eye coordination by him to chip the ball in. Beatty is with it now behind the net. He'll hand it off to Keller. Up for Monahan. And as Poderdesky stepped up on him, he gets the return feed, tries to make a move. That one went off the foot of Derek Lexheim. Good job by him, and the Snowbirds are going to send it down the length of the floor for an icing call. So the faceoff will come back once again in the Snowbirds' end. So the Ravens, lots of offensive zone time here. A lot of faceoffs in the offensive zone as well, just unable to get anything going. They had a good chance on Greg Cunningham earlier. At one point, they were down 3-1, made it 3-2. And they're looking to pull within one again. Michael Anderson with a shot. And I think that one went straight out, and it indeed did. And the faceoff will come outside in the neutral zone. It's a neutral zone faceoff right by the Snowbirds bench to the far side of the broadcast. Pasternak is going to be offside as Joey Velasquez was streaking to the net, and Pasternak shot it from outside the blue line, so that'll be an offside call. Neutral zone face-off. Pasternak will retrieve that ball, gets it up to Brian Dick, and they'll gain the line this time as that one took a funny hop. And Greg Cunningham had to be ready. Harrison is with it. Brock Harrison across ice for Nataways. Nataways now. That ball will go all the way back. As Poderdesky just moves it up for Nataways, and he'll get over the line. Nataways back for Williams. Williams now tries a shot, but Dick was able to block that one. Snowbirds able to get the ball back momentarily, but the Ravens are able to get it out. Poderdesky will send it back in. Brock Harrison on the near boards. Nice pass for D'Entremont, but Pasternak was all over him. Good play there from Evan Pasternak. D'Entremont still with it, however. As now that ball will roll into the corner, and Nataways after it. Tries to get it down low for D'Entremont, but Michael Anderson is able to take that one away as here comes Riley Struthers down the far boards. Struthers just backhands that one in. Cunningham behind his net to play. Struthers is right in his hip pocket as he tries to take the ball away from Williams but can't. And now the Snowbirds are going to have a chance to break out here again. Jackstein, a nice pass for Corey Stefiak. Stefiak with a shot, scores! Corey Stefiak beats John Rose on the glove side, and it's a 5-2 Snowbirds lead, the first goal of the second half. And it's now a 3-goal margin for the boys in blue. So Corey Stefiak gets himself on the board. Nice behind the back pass from Kegan Jackstite as well. And Stefiak had Brock Harrison with him, elected to shoot, and that was the right decision. So the Ravens are going to have their backs against the wall now, down by 3 goals. It's amazing how fast time ticks away when you're trailing. Centering pass attempted by Monahan. That one doesn't work. It's now Jackstite with it. Up for Stefiak. Or Stefiak now tries to send that one across rink for Jackstite, and offside will be the call, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off on the near boards. Stefiak out to take the draw versus Tuchak. Jackstite out for the Snowbirds, as is Adair, lined up against Monahan and Marcus Funk. Ruben Beatty on the back end. As he's looking for somewhere to go, and he'll just go D-to-D for Justin Keller. Keller now centering pass, wanted to get it for Tuchak. That one got blocked away. With now Marcus Funk in after it. Funk tries a centering pass, fanned on that one. So he's being watched by Brent Weens. Monahan now with it. He's looking for somewhere to go. Weens is watching him. Tuchak comes outside. Ball's loose. It's a good stop by Funk, and another great stop by Greg Cunningham. 2 huge stops for Cunningham. That's now Monahan with it. Tries to turn, but somebody was right there. Monahan now down in the near boards in the corner. being watched by two Snowbirds players. Still comes away with the ball. There's a shot. It looked like that one actually hit Ruben Beatty, and the Snowbirds clearing attempt goes off the netting, so the faceoff should come inside. But a couple of great chances for the Ravens. Marcus Funk with two good whacks at it, and Greg Cunningham slams the door. 13-11 to go in the second half. 5-2 Snowbirds lead, the first of 4 games today in the final week of the regular season for the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League, and it's all brought to you by MR Promo, specializing in custom apparel and corporate promotional products. Our business is promoting yours. Late change for the Ravens, face off to the right of Cunningham. There's a tie up off the draw, and Gammon comes away with it for the Snowbirds. Only gets that one to the point. It's now Velasquez with it behind the net. Velasquez tries a centering pass for Brian Dick, but that one misses him. Gammon will come back to retrieve the ball, and he'll just go off the boards. That one took a funny hop. Ball is loose. They score! Joey Velasquez gets one back for the Ravens. It's a 2-goal deficit. As Mike Gammon threw that one around the boards, took a funny hop, and came out right in front of the net, and Joey Velasquez was right there. And he basically had a wide open cage. So an unfortunate bounce for the Snowbirds leads to the ball being in the back of their own net. And it's now a 5-3 Snowbirds lead. So we'll see what that does for momentum. As Justin Podordeski gets over the red line and sends it in. Rose will come out and play that one. As Velasquez is with it behind his own net. Joey Velasquez comes around the net. He'll just stop on a dime, tries to get it to Anderson. He couldn't control that ball. Ball gets up for Riley Struthers. Struthers tries to go cross rink. Velasquez with it now in front of his own bench. Tries to get it up ahead to Pasternak, but can't. As now Lux Hine for Brock Harrison. Harrison makes a move as he's going to cut in with a shot. Hammered it wide. As the Snowbirds are looking to get that lead back up to 3. Michael Anderson now tries to take this one up for Tuchak. Tuchak with a shot fired wide. Anderson makes a play on the ball, and that one just pops up, and Cunningham will find it and get his glove on that one and hang on. So we will have the referee timeout. First of 4 games here today in Dalmeny at the Dalmeny Arena. The Bucks and the Axemen will be the second game of the evening, the second and fourth game. Of course, each of these teams play each other twice in one day for a total of 4 games. Both of these teams that are playing right now are represented well at the Masters, the Canadian Ball Hockey Masters tournament in Calgary last week. So a big congratulations to them as they came home with some hardware in Calgary. So putting Saskatchewan on the map for ball hockey. A lot of those players are playing on this surface today. Landers is behind his own net with it. Up ahead for Nataways. Nataways try to lead feed for D'Entremont. That one misses him and will go down for an icing call. So the faceoff will come back in the Snowbirds zone. 11:48 left to go in the second half. Championship weekend will be out here in Dalmeny as well, September 18th and 19th. Looking forward to that whole weekend of Premier League ball hockey in September, as Antoine Nataways will chase down that loose ball. Good job by him. Good hustle to ensure that doesn't go down for icing. Not sure it would have or not anyhow. Brent Weens for Matt Landers. Back for Weens, a one-timer. Shot got blocked. Centering pass from Monahan now the other way as Matt Landers is closing in on him with a shot. and Cunningham got a piece of it, so the faceoff will remain inside either Cunningham or defenseman Matt Landers, who was closing in on him. He got a piece of it. Faceoff comes inside. So the Ravens are continuing to put on good pressure here. Faceoff won by Monahan, back for Beatty. Shot goes wide. He's now taking Jack State. Tries to get that one out for the Snowbirds, but can't. Keller with a shot right down, stopped by Cunningham. Ball is loose, it was in his pad, and he couldn't control it. But no Ravens player could make a play on it. As Ruben Beatty beats a streaking Corey Steffiak to the ball. Steffiak felt like there should have been a penalty called on Beatty, but there's not. But now Ruben Beatty's going to take one against Brock Harrison, so the Ravens are going to go to the box, and down by 2 with 10:47 left to go. They're going to have to kill off a penalty. So Beatty doesn't like the call. Might have got away with one on Steffiak. I'm not sure there was much there on the one on Steffiak. They were both kind of holding one another up. So I don't really think that there is anything there. And Beatty was a little too aggressive in the other corner. So the Snowbirds power play will come out. They're 1 for 1 so far today. They'll control the face-off. Colton Adair, Matt Landers, Keegan Jackstite, Brock Harrison, Justin D'Entremont out on the power play for the Snowbirds, looking to make this a 3-goal lead once again. Adair down low for D'Entremont in the corner. Justin D'Entremont looking for somewhere to go. Harrison in front of backhand for Adair, tries to make a move. Stopped by John Rose, who was sprawled out, and the Ravens are going to be able to clear the ball the length of the floor. Cunningham is out of his net, and he'll give it to Matt Landers, who will come up with it. Matt Landers for Harrison. They'll just gain the line. Landers now tries a centering pass for Adair, but couldn't. And now Austin Tuchak, a shorthanded breakaway the other way. Tuchak in. Cunningham made the save. Rebound. Oh, what a stop by Greg Cunningham. He had his hands on his head, did Greg Cunningham, and somehow was able to keep that ball out. And he didn't even see it. So Cunningham just full desperation. And what a great stop by him as Tuchak tried to bang home the rebound on his original shot. And somehow Greg Cunningham, with eyes in the back of his head, makes the save. So Monahan gets waved out of the draw for Tuchak, so he'll come in and take it. Remember, in the Premier League, if the shorthanded team scores, then they're not shorthanded anymore. The team that's on the power play loses their power play if they get scored on while they're on the power play. Brock Harrison down low for D'Entremont. D'Entremont tries to send that one, and that one goes off of a stick into the Ravens bench. And we'll have to decide where the faceoff is. It looks like the faceoff will be inside to the left of John Rose. Of course, we talk about how good Greg Cunningham has been all season long for the Snowbirds. Another member of that crease was John Rose, who is now a member of the Ravens. He was acquired at the trade deadline earlier this week. The Ravens acquired John Rose, a 2022 third-round draft selection, and James McDonough in exchange for Garrett Pennard. So the Snowbirds beefing up their defensive corps as they look to make a championship run. They also look to finish the season at top of the standings. They have yet to lose. There's a shot, and that one goes off the post, and a rebound. They score. Colton Adair had the original shot that goes off the post, and the ball bounces right to Keegan Jackstite. And they will score on the power play. There was 38 seconds left in the penalty to Ruben Beatty. And it'll be another power play goal for the Snowbirds. And it'll now be a 6-3 lead. So Adair had the original shot, which was a rocket, hammered off the post. And back out to Jackstite. So Beatty will be out of the box and on the floor. Moves it up now for Brian Dick. Dick being watched closely there. Sends it down for Joey Velasquez. One of the 3 goals for the Ravens today. Velasquez a centering pass. So he was looking for Keller. Couldn't quite find him. Beatty now. Had to make sure they kept that ball in and did for Keller with a shot. And that one hit the side of the net. Ryan Dick with it at the far boards in the corner. Sends it up for Keller. Keller now with a shot, and that one got blocked by Derek Lux-Hine, and that one stung him. A good block by him, and he's going to have to go off for a change. As now, here come the Snowbirds the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Notaways, Adair, and Gammon. Adair with a shot. Good stop made there by John Rose. As Adair hung back and had a good chance, but John Rose was able to get a piece of his glove on it. Notaways with it, as he's just going to walk out of the corner, but then has the ball stolen from Dick. As now here comes Joey Velasquez. He'll just gain the line. Sends it across for Marcus Funk. With a shot, scores! Marcus Funk on the feed from Joey Velasquez. Beats Greg Cunningham over the glove. And it's now a 6-4 Ravens deficit, so they're not going away easy. As there's been a few times so far today that they've made this a 2-goal game. And with 8:13 left, you best believe they're going to be looking to put on some more pressure. So a pretty innocent looking play. And Marcus Funk was left all alone on the far side, just inside the blue line. And was able to find a spot atop of the glove of Greg Cunningham. Tuchak, centering pass, they score! Justin Monahan! Back-to-back goals for the Ravens. And it's a 1-goal game now with 7:59 to go in the second half. So again, another innocent looking play as Skylar Knapp just threw that ball in. Tuchak went and got it, centering pass. And I think Greg Cunningham was a little late reacting. And it's a 6-5 Snowbirds lead now. So back-to-back goals, about 15-16 seconds apart for the Ravens. As the Snowbirds are going to try to play down in the Ravens' end here for the next few minutes. A centering pass for Notaways. Notaways tries to go over top of his man. Ball's loose, stays out, penalty coming up. Snowbirds are going to go back to the power play. As there's a battle in front of the net, it's going to be a hooking call. And the Ravens don't like it, and it's tough for me to see. I wasn't really sure there was a battle in front of the net, so I'm not sure where the infraction was. And Skylar Knapp is pleading his case to official Aaron Wright. Not saying that it shouldn't have been a penalty. I just didn't see the actual infraction. Yes, that's why you gotta trust the officials who do a wonderful job out here. Face off to the left of John Rose. 2 for 2 on the power play are the Snowbirds. Brock Harrison is with it. Harrison centering pass for D'Entremont. Pasternak was right there as Pasternak is still in a battle for it, and there goes the Snowbirds power play as this is going to be a tripping call. And just like that, the Snowbirds power play is going to end 14 seconds after it started. And looks like Justin D'Entremont will be the guilty party, so he's going to head off for a trip. So a good aggressive play from Evan Pasternak, who was all over D'Entremont and ends up drawing a penalty. So now this is where this will be fun. 4-on-4, 7:16 to go in the second half and final half, or period, however you want to call it. And the Ravens are down by 1. So lots of room out on the floor. The Ravens will also have a 14-second power play when all is said and done, assuming nobody else takes any penalties. Velasquez sends it down for Justin Keller as they try the give and go. Velasquez was streaking to the net but couldn't find it. It's now Brock Harrison is with it. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Harrison being watched closely by Beatty for Brent Weens. Weens now has lots of room with a shot. That one goes wide. Harrison sends it through the crease. Ball still loose. It's at the back of the net. Kagan Jackstein now the centering pass for Harrison. Harrison is being watched by two members of the Ravens. Still comes away with the ball for Jackstein with a shot. That one got blocked. Jackstein is still with it, just inside the blue line, being watched by Marcus Funk. He'll just dish it off to Weens. Brent Weens now with a shot. Good pad stop made there by John Rose. Matt Landers has it. Landers a centering pass for Jackstein. Missed him. So Jackstein will play it off the boards. Taking Jackstein now. Centering pass for Harrison. Return feed. Jackstein trying to work on Keller. And Matt Landers missed the ball in front of the net. Landers now tries a centering pass. Good block, or interception I should say, from Justin Kellers. Now Velasquez is working on Weens with a shot. Steered aside by Cunningham. The Snowbirds are able to take control of it. As Brock Harrison being watched closely by Pasternak. Boy, Evan Pasternak has been fantastic for the Ravens so far today. And this is just game 1 of 2. He'll send that one along the board. So the first penalty will end. That's the penalty to Skylar Knapp. 12 seconds left to go in the Ravens power play. Long shot on net from Poderdesky, easily steered aside from John Rose. As Velasquez with it. Less than 10 seconds to go in the power play for Tuchak. Tuchak with a shot stopped by Cunningham, and he'll be able to put his glove on the ball, not give a rebound away. So a good chance there from Austin Tuchak. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to D'Entremont. So if the Ravens could get a face-off and a shot, as it looks like we might have an issue with the clock. I think that's the issue, is the clock maybe. As the officials will make their way to the timekeeper's box, get that sorted out. So I thought that there should be a little less than 10 seconds as well. So they'll get that sorted out. But either way, there should be a few seconds left on the power play still. So there should be less than 5:26 to go in the second half, and there should be less than 10 seconds to go in the penalty to Justin D'Entremont, as they'll get that figured out. First of 4 games, Matt Morrison, happy to have you along. Final weekend of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League, which is all brought to you by Napper. Of course, all the gloves that all the players are wearing are Napper. A couple other players with some Napper gear as well. As the clock will indeed get reset. The thing about it is nobody really knows how much time there should be on the clock. So that could be the other issue too, is trying to figure out how much time indeed should be left on the clock. And now both teams will get the explanations from referee Aaron Wright. I get the sense that one team might be happy, one team might not be happy. It's tough to say. As we'll see what kind of message is delivered. So the teams are going to be lining up here for the draw. And there's going to be no scoreboard. Okay, so this will be fun as play continues as it goes into the near the Snowbirds bench. So might have to wait and get the score clock figured out before the next game. But for now, there's going to be no score clock. The time will be done from a phone in the penalty box, and that's okay. So there's a bad hop there and a quick shot from Monahan and a stop there by Cunningham. As that ball will get rolled around for Kagan Jackstite. Jackstite up for Colton Adair. It's a 2-on-1. Adair has Steffiak with him for Steffiak and scores. Corey Steffiak makes this a 2-goal game. It'll now be 7-5 as it was a 2-on-1, and it looked like originally Steffiak had trouble controlling that pass, but he was able to get a stick turn around and was able to put it home. So his second of the afternoon makes it a 7-5 Snowbirds lead. That's a big goal for the Snowbirds. The Ravens had all the momentum as well. Yes, Potterdesky with it off the face-off for the Snowbirds. We'll just throw that one off the wall. Now Monahan up for Tuchak. Austin Tuchak lost the handle. Here comes Colton Adair the other way with it. Tries to get it to Steffiak, but Pasternak is able to take that one away. And now here comes Monahan with it. Monahan lost that one as Brent Weens plays that one off the boards. Too far for everybody with the exception of Michael Anderson. Anderson now. Steffiak was able to intercept that one. Now a centering pass and they score! Corey Steffiak again. That's a hat trick. And it's now 8-5 for the Snowbirds as they have some late momentum here as they looked to put this one away. And I'm assuming we're getting towards the end of the game. Again, I can't really tell due to the lack of the scoreboard, but I would think that with a 3-goal lead with maybe 3 or so minutes to go, that might almost do it here for the Snowbirds as they look to remain undefeated. So Weens with it for D'Entremont for Harrison. Harrison, return feed for D'Entremont. Missed him. It's now Brian Dick with it the other way. Landers sends that one in. That one goes off of a foot. Brock Harrison goes in and gets it. Behind the net. Harrison being watched closely by Justin Keller. Harrison now still with it. Dishes it off for Nataways. Harrison gets the return feed. See, it's back towards the net. Weens with a shot. Good stop by John Rose. And he'll hang on. So there's 3:28 remaining. A face off to the left of Rose. Harrison out to take the draw for the Snowbirds. D'Entremont takes a shot and Rose will glove that one once again, and we'll do the face-off all over again in the Raven zone to the right of John Rose. Now Weens keeps that one in for Harrison. To the side of the net, a centering pass for Nataways, and they score. Antoine Nataways puts one home as everybody's starting to get involved here for the Snowbirds. And it's now a 9-5 Snowbirds lead. So 3 quick goals for the Snowbirds as they've poured it on as of late. Makes this a 4-goal lead. Nataways is just at the side of the net. So Landers will go D-to-D off the draw. Skylar Knapp picks that one off from Potterdesky as he goes to the net. And now we're going to have a penalty coming up. There's a shot by Beattie as that one goes wide. Penalty's going to be going to the Snowbirds. Might be Potterdesky on Knapp on that play in front of the net. Knapp will throw it for Struthers. Riley Struthers. D-to-D for Justin Keller is going to tee one up. That one got deflected. Referee blew his whistle. The Ravens don't like it. They didn't think the Snowbirds had touched it. But either way, Aaron Wright blows the play dead. And send a man for the Snowbirds to the box, and it looks like it is indeed Potardeschi who will go off for a trip. So the face-off will come in the Snowbirds end to the left of Greg Cunningham. If I had to guess, there's probably under 3 minutes remaining, maybe 2.5 or so. It's Pasternak and Keller play catch. Skylar Knapp is with it down low. Knapp across for Monahan, found on that shot, so it doesn't get through. Now Monahan is working on his man. I believe that's Weens that has the ball tied up. He's just going to try to kill as much of this clock as he can. Kagan Jacksite will backhand that ball down low. Brian Dick with it now. Up for Monahan. Down low for Knapp. Knapp tries to work towards the goal but can't. Stefiak, he's got a hat trick today. We'll just send that one down the length of the floor. Obviously no icing due to the fact that the Snowbirds are on a penalty kill. Time winding down in this one. 9-5 Snowbirds lead. Monahan now with it. Gets it up for Skylar Knapp. Knapp down low for Keller. Snap just gained the line. Keller, a centering pass in front, and that one doesn't go through. Knapp tries to hold the line, and he does, but then he lost it to Jackstite. Tries to feed Nataways on the other end of the rink, but can't. As Evan Pasternak back with it. He'll just try to slow things down as he's being watched by Jackstite. As now Pasternak tries to carry it through himself, still with the ball. Tries to make a move around Cunningham, but Cunningham with the poke check is able to thwart that attempt. Harrison tries the long pass for Jackstite. That one got intercepted. Pasternak will just gain the line. Sends it to Monahan. Monahan now with it. What is he going to do? Gets it back to Pasternak with a shot. Scores. Evan Pasternak, his second of the game. It will be a power play goal, as he's been good today, and it's been good on both ends of the floor. As a power play goal there, had the Ravens' first goal. He's been good on defense as well. So the Ravens will get one back. It'll now be a 9-6 game. So it is a 9-6 game, as of course there is no score clock here in Dalmany, so that'll be hard at work getting that fixed, as now Justin D'Entremont is with it at the red line. Tries to go back for Potardeschi. Velasquez got a stick in there, as the ball will be chipped in. Ruben Beatty back for Anderson. Tries to move that one up. Ball gets intercepted. D'Entremont tries to send it down low. Michael Anderson was able to get in the way of that one, as Velasquez tries to send that one out but can't. Anderson being worked on by Nataways. He's just looking for somewhere to go. Adair was able to block that ball behind the net. As Adair tries to get it to Nataways and does. Antoine Nataways tries to put that one on goal, but he can't. As now Adair had that pass down low, too hot for him to handle. A centering pass. Ball is loose. John Rose was able to get a stick on that. And that'll do it. Of course, there was no score clock towards the end of it, but you could hear the official counting down how much time was left, and that'll be all. So the Snowbirds will get away with a 9-6 victory in game 1 of 4 today in the final weekend of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League, as they will remain undefeated. So once again, the Snowbirds 9, the Ravens 6.